Delighted now to be joined by West Cork Sports Star Monthly Award winner Keith Cronin. Keith, you've been honoured after winning the Irish Tarmac Championship for the second time, and you won it in dramatic circumstances. You won it on a tie break after the last rally, which was the Cork 20. How were yourself and Callum Devine? How did they find a winner between you when you were tied?
I suppose starting the Cork 20, I knew what we had to do. I think we were leading the championship, and if Callum won, I knew that he would join us on the same points. But I knew the circumstances, how the championship is run. There's different ways of deciding the championship if it does end up in the tie break, and I knew it would work in my favour. So I just tried to drive the rally accordingly. Then that if he was going to win, I just kind of tried to track him the whole weekend.
How do you approach a rally knowing that if you finish second and behind the Callum Devine that you're going to win the title? Does that change your mindset? It
does. I suppose you can be a bit more controlled. A lot of the time, obviously, the nature of our sport is to get to the end as quick as possible. So, right from the word go, you're trying to go for it. And now in the Cork 20, we probably erred on the side of caution a little bit more than we would normally have to. But you couldn't err on the side of caution that much either, because we couldn't finish third or fourth or fifth. So we had to be second. So I had to stay in front of the rest of them, which isn't no easy task either.
And context is important here. There was an orange weather warning that day, like the weather was horrific.
It was. I don't think I've ever driven in as wet conditions. Sometimes it was a lottery. You would literally hit water, and you were a passenger for a little while until you got grip again. So that definitely wasn't ideal. But look, when the helmet is on and you're in the road, you're not thinking these things. All you're doing is focusing on what's in front of you.
So when you got across the finish line in second, you knew you were going to be Irish Tarmac Champion again. First time I think it was 2016. What did this feel like?
It was great to get it again. As I said, I started this year, and I suppose I hadn't competed even in the championship since 16, so I didn't know how competitive we would be. But we were competitive from the word go. We won in Galway, so to continue on and win the championship, it really was fantastic. As I said, this is the championship I grew up watching. I know when I had, my earlier stuff was in the UK, and I know we're still competing there, but I didn't do much in Ireland at the time, so it's great to come back and win the championship that I would have grown up watching.
One of the real highlights of your championship win is winning the West Cork, right here at home in West Cork. How special was that?
Yeah, it was great to win it. I suppose the high and low points came from my local rallies. The West Cork was one I would have grown up watching, family competing in. So to win that was fantastic, and then the low was probably the Rally of the Lakes, which was one again that I would have grown up watching. A lot of the time that actually comes closer to my doorstep, the stages. So that one was the disappointment of the year, but look, that's rallying. That was the year, it was ups and downs, and but we came out the right side of it in terms of the championship.
You mentioned across the water as well, you're also in the BRC, the British Rally Championship. How did you find juggling both championships?
It was difficult this year now. We didn't set out at the start of the year literally my plan was to do the Irish. I didn't plan on doing the British. It just kind of fell that way. It has been difficult, as I said, I don't just compete. We're trying to involve heavily in work and business. So this year was tough. So it was great to come out with one championship. I was starting to get worried at one point when the championship in Ireland started to slip away from us, that we'd taken on too much and we might not get either of them. But to get the Irish was good. And the British is 2 weeks' time. That'll be a bit more difficult. Things have to fall in my favour, but we'll see what happens.
What are the permutations there?
I think I need to win, and the guy that's probably the championship favourite at this stage, Chris Ingram, I think he only needs a top 4 or 5 to win the championship, but me and him were in a straight fight in the last round there, and both of us crashed on the same stage, so anything can happen.
Like, you 4 BRC titles, like, that's incredible. Like, kind of this drive for 5 is just one of the, I suppose, the star stories of the last couple of years. Is that something that you'd love? Is that a box you'd love to tick in the years ahead?
I don't know. Look, we're going over and back a long time now. It's like, from a time point of view, it's difficult. You're away a lot. It would be good to get it, but we won't let it be if we don't get it, it's not the end of the world. We've achieved a lot over there, and now it's great to have the Irish Championship again as well. So in terms of what we've won, it's been when I started out the sport probably 20 years ago, I don't think I'd won rallies wasn't even in my head, no mind winning championships.
You're spearheading this Cronin dynasty. Quick word about Daniel, Colin and Robert. They're all doing great things.
Yeah, they are. Daniel had just this year now, he's right on the top end of the speed in Ireland. He got a bit unlucky in a few rallies this year, but if he gets a rub of the green, his speed is right up there now. Colin and Robert, they're just starting out in their journeys. Both of them have great speed, so see what direction they go now.
Fantastic. Congratulations on this award and continued success.
Thank you.